Hey everybody, it's Lewis Porter Jr. here on with another episode of Transparency Agenda Daily for June 29th. Yeah, it's a big day today. A lot of interesting things happening today. A few interesting things. So let's just get on into it. First off, we're gonna check out our Kickstarters. How they doing so far? Top Secret, 66,000. Oh, by the way, the good news from Top Secret, if you haven't heard this yet, this is one of those things I saw while reading their FAQ. They came out today, announced the FAQ. Let me read the part that's important. Can I write Top Secret New World Order material for TSR or publish my own? Yes and yes. If you want to write missions or expansions for the game, please send an email too. If you'd like to publish your own products with the Top Secret New World Order logo, of course, they're putting together a program that lets you add an official approved by use for TSR seal on your products. Details will be coming up our website soon. So with that, boom. I know I'm making stuff for Top Secret. I've always wanted to make stuff for Top Secret. So this is kind of one of those moments of, oh, I can make stuff for Top Secret finally. So I'm really kind of excited about that. I think that is a cool thing. You guys should check it out. If you haven't checked it out, it's worth every cent. I mean, hell, man. If you're a Top Secret fan, why wouldn't you make your own Top Secret stuff? I mean, Jesus, I did an entire series called Haven City of Violence. That was because of Top Secret. So you know I'm doing something. That's not even a question. All right. So Kingmaker, 576,000 12 days ago. Still looking good. Still going to do well. I think they put one of the rewards up too, so they're good to go. 7th Sea, War of the Cross. I don't know what this is now. 52,000. Uh-oh. Project canceled. Well, I didn't know this. Okay, yeah. Well, they had the same mindset I had. Yeah, I don't think this was going to make it. You know, like I said, I don't think it was going to make it. I'm glad they pulled it. You know, not in the sense of, oh, I'm glad they failed. No, I mean, I'm glad they pulled it because it's like that one you kind of knew it wasn't going like the other one was. And it's good, you know, take the L to that and keep it moving. I think they've got enough money still stored over. They got some good stuff. This might come out as in a different format and maybe not in the way they wanted to, but you know, I think they could still do something with in the future. I think that's a smart move. I think it's a smart long-term move. And you know, a lot of people would be like, "No, but I'm gonna try to go through it and get my ego." Leave your ego on the back seat. Just get it and go. Next up, new Path Compendium, Pathfinder RPG expanded from Cobalt at $7,756. They're still about 17,200 away from their goal. Yeah, they're going to make it, of course. I mean, that's not the question. I'm kind of interested in seeing like what is going to be the add-ons. Because once again, I like the cool stuff. Stretch goals. Projects funded 11,000. New Mystic Archer class at 12,000. New feats, Battle Scion and Death feats. Well, that sounds interesting enough. That's at 13,000. So they've got stuff planned. I mean, it's Cobalt, so I know they're going to have tons of stuff planned. So I'm not even slightly worried about that. That's how that goes. I mean, that is what it is. I mean, these guys have been doing this stuff long enough. Not even a question. Boom. Not even a surprise. You know, that's a cool thing. Next up, of course, we're going to do our favorite Patreon, but you got to support Patreon. Like I always say, go by, give them a buck or two. Doesn't cost you much. They'll appreciate that. Ask a Pathfinder, Clinton Boomer, Liz Courts, Owen Casey Stevens, and Raging Swan. Raging Swan has some cool stuff. You should check it out. Just saying. You know, it's a good promotion. It's a good deal. It's a good thing. Self-promotion, of course, my shameless self-promotion. Legend, Neos's Legacies. It is getting even more interesting. We got some more artwork back in, dealing with a character we're making for year 1. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this character. I think this is a cool character. I don't want to tell you what's inspired by, but if you go by the Legacies page, it'll tell you what's inspired by. You can see the pictures on our company page and of course on the Legacies. Lots of good stuff. I think it's going to be awesome because that's one of probably 7 or 8 different ones we're going to be building up for people to use and play in the adventure. So I can't wait. A new blog from Stonemeyer, 1 easy way to be a better emailer. That's kind of interesting. You know, a lot of us just put stuff out there, just shove it out there and say, oh, I hope it goes well. It doesn't always have to be that way. It can be done perfectly smart and intelligent. Next up, Gary Ray. Gary Ray put up a video today called Process Improvement. It's for definitely for retailers, but it's good to understand for people behind the scenes and understand the whole process. Like I keep saying, man, everything about this process is important, so you should spend some time understanding it. Because a lot of people won't spend time understanding it. You can definitely gain some insight and, you know, and really money off of just being smart. That's, you know, that's how it goes. All right. So first up, we're on to the new stuff. All right. First thing, the Inhumans trailer. Okay. Everybody's been waiting for it. Everybody's waiting to see it. I'm going to say this, and I think some people might even be, some people will not be surprised. I hated that trailer. Oh my God. That was a horrible trailer. And while watching the trailer, it finally clicked to me. I watch the trailers for everything Marvel does. I'm a Marvel fanatic, always have been. But I've watched this stuff for like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Inhumans. And then I couldn't figure out what the problem was. And I was just like, what is wrong with this? This is something doesn't feel right. I don't know what it is. And I couldn't figure it out what it is. And then it hit me. There's too many people on each of those shows. They started with way too many people. All right. I know you're like, huh? Look, you'll see why in a second. Green Arrow. One guy. Arrow and his little small cast, 2 people. And those are the main figures in his family. But, they kind of fell off. They weren't as important as the main 3 core people. Same thing kind of with the Flash. The Flash had 4 core main people. But one of them was a villain, so I kind of made me more interested. You still have the core villain, the core people, and that going on. I have a feeling when they do Black Lightning, they're going to have the same kind of setup. Main hero, 2 people like to support him in doing it, and the rest people will be floating around. I think the problem is that both on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and on Inhumans, there's way too many people at first. And I think that cuts into the budget. Because, look, everybody has been making fun of how Medusa looks and the costumes. And I'm just like, and Lockjaw was great. I don't care what you say. I love that they have Lockjaw. That's one of my favorites. But it just didn't look like they spent enough money on it. And then you flip to Luke Cage, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, even Iron Fist. They saved money by focusing only on one person. So only one person has to tell the really important story. One has to be one focus on that. I think that was the better idea, and I think that's the problem. I think that's the real problem with Inhumans. There's so many people in it, and I'm not excited what I saw. And it didn't look like they spent enough money. And I think another reason is looks like they shot at the U.S. This is the one thing I truly love about Canada. They're shooting stuff in Vancouver. Gives it a similar feel, but a different feel. It doesn't always. U.S. It's better. I think it's better to shoot sci-fi in Vancouver. I think they've got it down to a science. They can do a lot of stuff relatively inexpensive. You can save a lot of money. You get a better exchange rate. There's just a lot of advantages shooting there. And they could have shot this in Toronto or wherever. But by seeing the video, I didn't get excited. I wasn't like, ooh, I can't wait to see it. I was like, ooh, this doesn't look good. And even the one little scene where you see the whisper from Black Bolt, and it's like, oh, geez, that's not how his powers work, So it's like, oh, geez. So it's got some issues. It's got some issues, and I hope they figure a way how to fix the issues. But yeah, man, it had some issues. They had some issues they got to work on. They gotta work on. They really gotta work on, because it's gonna be tough to do. It's gonna be tough to do this, and I don't think that Marvel can have another bad show on ABC. And I don't always word bad as in horrible, but bad as in it should be good. I always wonder, it's like if you're at Marvel Studios and you're thinking about, oh, what movies you want to focus on, what characters you want to focus on, then flipping to Netflix, what kind of stuff do you want to do on Netflix? And, for Netflix, I'd be like, okay, things we're going to do on Netflix. We're going to do Ghost Rider. We're going to do Blade. We're going to do Punisher. We're going to do the darker stuff that you can get away with and do more action, and where you can spend the money on the effects of the thing. Ghost Rider being in the car on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I always thought was a horrible idea, but they did a pretty good job for a low budget. But they shouldn't be using their money that way. Yeah, they shouldn't be using their money that way. They should really be finding a better way to spend their funds, because it wasn't as good as it could have been, or should have been, really, is the better statement, because it was, that was not good. That was not good. Yeah, not good. That was very weird. It's very weird how it was. I didn't understand. Once again, I don't understand why they picked the Inhumans. I don't understand why they picked them on the moon. Should have played it from Earth. Should have even played the Himalaya aspect. You could have done the moon thing later, and that could have been the big piece of, but Jesus Christ. I'm going to let that one go. So then Jumanji got a trailer. Here's a little known fact. Didn't see the original film. Had no interest to. Didn't excite me as a film. It was not something I was even kind of like, oh, I need to check that out. No, none of that. So I was surprised. A lot of action, kind of cute idea. You know, one of the things they were talking about, like, why is the girl just like this? And all the guys, when you find out why, it's like, oh, okay, I get it. It's, you know, boom. It's kind of cool and kind of smart, but at the same time, it's like, ah, okay, a little tongue in cheek. I'm okay with that. But it looks interesting. And The Rock, I always said I like The Rock. I always have liked him. I liked him when he was a wrestler. I liked him when he did acting, but it just he never found the right vehicle for him. You know, I couldn't figure out. You know, he was definitely Namor, and he is definitely Black Adam. But I just never saw that they never had the right vehicle for him to be him. So I don't understand why they can't seem to find the right thing for him. It always upsets me a little bit. You know, it's like, oh, The Rock, you missed your opportunity again. And this isn't a bad film. I mean, yeah, he's of that age that this isn't a bad film choice for him. But you know, I think I'd like to see him maybe do a couple more serious roles, like some real acting and branch out. I mean, yeah, he's a big muscle guy. I mean, one of my favorite films he was in was Be Cool. I thought he was great in that. I thought that was like, oh my God, this is a really good role for him. This is very funny. It fit and it made sense, and it was a good movie. But yeah, they just I guess they don't pick the right movies for him. They really don't. They don't pick. I don't think it's a bad movie. I don't think they pick the right movies for him. You know, God, you know, it's Thursday. On Thursday night, they really tell the trailers. So you want to see good trailers for stuff to get you excited for the weekend. And, you know, Spider-Man, I mean, let's be honest, Spider-Man could do no wrong. Unless, you know, Tom was eating a baby, like, live on TV. That's the only thing. But, I mean, it couldn't have done anything wrong. It's going to make a ton of money. We all know that. No big surprise. So it's like, you know, that's next week. So it's like, you know, I'm interested to see what kind of trailer is going to have in front of it. They're going to have a full Thor trailer, but it'll be, you know, roughly 4 months. Yeah, about 4 months out. So they'll be give you another full-on Thor trailer, and let me show you what Thor's about and how awesome it is, which is very possible, which I'd be very happy with. Maybe even, well, no, Black Panther. Maybe even this far out, maybe even seeing an Ant-Man and Wasp trailer would be kind of cool. You know, that's a possibility. Not really, but that's a possibility. Maybe we'll have to wait six months. So probably Thor's trailer will have it in front. Or maybe Doctor Strange or something. Maybe more Black Panther, which don't get me wrong. On the big screen, I'm still going with that trailer, but that trailer is just sick. I saw it again today. Yes, I have a problem. It's okay. I don't feel bad. So yeah, I mean, that was some good stuff. And then finally, of course, we're talking about more of our certified retail stores. So something that I might even say I borrowed. I stole this from Paizo. Paizo put in a plan to help people that go to the store and, you know, deal with stuff at the retail when they're playing. But I believe, like most people believe, if you're going to come play at a space, you can at least really be kind about it, you know, and just, you know, I know you don't want to pay out. Oh, wrong one. I know you don't want to give money all the time, and sometimes you don't have it. And that happens to everybody. I'm not going to badmouth you for that, but you got to find a way to. You can't come every time and not buy anything in the store and just use their space and use their electricity. That's never been a cool thing. So, what Paizo did, they built an incentive program for players. So if you spend $10, you get one reward. And if you spend $50, your whole table gets another reward. So I thought that was a cool way to get people interested in buying in the store locally and playing there. So it's kind of helps retailers. So we're probably going to be we're going to be adapting the exact same thing for us. We're going to have that system in place. I'm going to redo some stuff on there, change a couple things I didn't like, but we're really going to do our best to, you know, do something cool like that. Because yeah, there's nothing wrong with telling retailers we want to support you and help you do cool stuff because you are giving out cool space for people who want to do stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. That's actually a smart idea, and I think retailers would appreciate that. And that got me to the other thing, thinking I keep debating about, you know, oh, I want to go to a show. What show should I go to? What should I go to? And, you know, then kind of stuff like that's out. But I keep thinking maybe I'll go this year to the Gamma Trade Show. The reason being is that the Gamma Trade Show is really where you meet retailers and you talk to them and they schmooze about what's going on, the whole deal. This goes back to, okay, what am I going to do with Lucas? I'm not really sure about that, but I'm going to figure something out. But then the Gamma Trade Show, it's in Vegas, usually in March. It's kind of a perfect show for me to go to get some information, to tell people about stuff, to show people about stuff. I think it's got a lot of good points if we're going to get serious into going into retail, looking at conventions and stuff like that. I also need to do conventions thing, start talking to the retail people, the convention advisors, and they get to do RPGs and tell them, look, this is what we're building, this is what we have available. You get GMs, we'll give you the free stuff. We'll give you all the stuff. You can use it, enjoy it, play it, generate money. Any money you generate, maybe you can either save spots for us, or you can give a gift card away with that amount, that kind of thing. I think that might be even cooler. Like, oh, people playing the table, you enjoyed it, or people at the con, here's a big gift card via Lewis Point and Design. I think there's ways to get around that and get people interested in what you're doing, but at the same time, we don't have to actually be there. We're going to have their adventures there and people playing them, enjoying them. That's the thing. I think we're going to start doing a lot more of that. And I've got to dig very much into that, because that's going to be one of those tough scenarios of how do you do it well? How do you do it the right way? How do you get more people involved? And how do you have fun doing it? So I think all these things are possible. I just think you have to focus on doing that. And that's a big thing. All right. That's it for tonight. This weekend, of course, is not 4th of July weekend, but it really is. 4th of July is on Tuesday, so we'll definitely be no show on Tuesday. And there may not even be a show on Monday. So because I'm off work that day and I'm going to do some fun stuff and do some stuff I need to do. So I might take the time off just to relax myself and just take a nice 4-day weekend and just chill and do that. But I might change my mind. You never know. And I might do a driving one on Monday. You never know. So I'm not excited. I'm not saying either way. I'm just saying right now that I'm not sure, but definitely no Tuesday show. That's a definite. Or at least for now. You never know. I might change my mind. You know how that goes. All right, everybody. As always, do us a favor. Subscribe to us on YouTube over here, or subscribe to us right here on Facebook. Go to your parents. Give them a hug. Give them a kiss if you can do. Give them a call. Tell them that you love them. Tell them you miss them. Tell them you're thankful for them. They appreciate that, and I'm sure you would appreciate doing that too, and they'll appreciate it back. Go tell your kids that you love them. Give them a hug and kiss. Tell them that you love them, and they can do anything, and they're amazing. Because kids need that. I mean, I got my little 7-year-old, and he was telling me how nervous he was about him going into 1st grade and having more homework. And, I had to talk to him. He started crying. He was a little worried. And I was like, no, we're going to work this. And, they need to hear confidence. They need to hear things that make them feel that they can do amazing things. That's what's most important. All right. I'm getting out of here. I will talk to you all on probably Wednesday. Have a good 4th of July. Have some good fun. Don't hurt yourself. And be careful just in case with fireworks, because they can do damage. Don't kid yourself. All right. I'll talk to you all later.